How you doing? My name's Dave. When we left off, we were just gotten into orbit around Minmus and decided to take a look out the window. We were looking at Kerbin. There we go. Stop doing that. I don't know why it's doing that. See if we can get Kerbin in the window again. I don't know why it was in the window before. Yeah, can't get it. There it is. Oh, that's pretty neat right there. I could take a picture of that. So, I can't get it. Stop it. There we go. We can look out the window and zoom way into see Kerbin way out there. And then which way do I go? Look at the moon. So, okay, yeah, enough mess around. So we're in orbit around Minmus, and I couldn't take a temperature reading at a higher altitude, but the thermometer is reset, so I could probably take a temperature reading on the surface. So let's get ready to land on Minmus. And I'm thinking kind of right there. So right about here is when I'm going to start thrusting retrograde. To land. So I'm going to change my readout to surface so that I know I'm moving the right direction. And I didn't set a maneuver, I just put a node there to kind of be an indicator. So the little icon is bouncing around all over. I'm going to rotate the spacecraft so that I know which way I'm pointing. And start to burn. And we'll see if we can land right about there. So now I'm committed, kind of. I could probably accelerate and get back into orbit from this altitude. We'll change our camera to free. And deploy our landing gear. Oh, I put lights on it. I should have landed in the dark. So I'm going to accelerate. Minmus is quite a bit smaller, and I'm going to smack right into that mountain. So this landing is going to start right here. We'll turn our lights on. But maybe these are two different biomes, so I'll be able to get two surface samples. That would be cool. That would be even more science. let's speed up a little bit. So we're shooting towards the ground. That's quite the slope, though. So let's point that way. See if we can adjust our spin back around. And I'm just like full throttle. All this stuff. So there we go. Cannot warp faster below 3,000 meters. So I know I'm below 3,000 meters. Let's see, there's our radar altimeter. When it gets down to here, it's 500 meters. So I think I'm doing pretty good. I can speed up. Well, I can use the physical time warp. But this has started moving now, and I keep hitting the wrong buttons. So the sun is right there. I'll spin, and my shadow should be on this other side. We can start to see some terrain scatter. And I do have my lights on, so we should be able to see a light on the surface. As we start to approach, you can see that Jeb is, that's not Jeb, it's Bill. That Bill is looking out the window there. So I'm going to throttle down. Minimus has very low gravity, so it doesn't take much at all. To slow down your descent. So we'll just float to conserve fuel. Although I have plenty. Maybe after this excursion I'll fly to another part of Minmus and get some more science. Because they just added biomes to Minmus in the last update. There we go, 500 meters. There's our shadow. There's our lights. So it's very hard to fine-tune the throttle with just the keyboard keys. But our descent profile looks good. He's looking down at his feet because the window's up above him, but he's happy. So here we go, landing on Minmus, and we're actually quite close to this large mountain here. And another pinpoint landing. Awesome. So we're landed. I stored that thermometer data, so we'll take a crew report and we can transmit that information. And that's taking that. Oh, I can deploy my solar panels. So that was 6. And you'll see them once they're deployed, they point themselves right at the sun, and they'll actually follow the sun. So that's pretty neat. I used one goo container, so we'll use a second goo container, and that gives us 50 science. We're in the Midlands right now, and I might save that other goo container for another biome. And if I lift off and land somewhere else, I'll save that other goo container. So I need to take a temperature reading, and that gives us 40 science. So we're going to keep that data. And then since we're here, and it should be relative all the way around, I'm going to activate, and I'm using the action groups for a lot of this. Activate my Science Junior. While the material samples were processed, you begin to turn your thoughts to how much Minmus looks like a mint dessert, and have discovered that you are now hungry. That gives us 125 science. I'm going to keep that data. And now we'll have Bill. EVA. He's going to jump off. And he landed pretty good. We'll turn off our rocket pack and we'll walk on Minmus. You can see he's bouncing quite a bit more than he was on the moon. So we'll take a surface sample. 150 science. Awesome. You sneak a taste of the surface sample. Not made of delicious dessert products. That's funny. We'll take an EVA report. You feel a bit like a superhero when you jump in the low gravity, and that gives us 40 science. So we'll keep that data, and we'll jump. So that's actually quite high up there. I hope he doesn't accelerate too fast before he hits. Have problems landing. No, he did good. So Bill is now going to plant a flag. And I thought it kept the other flag. So that's okay. We have a different flag for this one. So this is the Midlands. And we're not really in a crater. So we'll call it, figure out how that works. Bill's Lake, because it looks kind of like a lake. And we'll leave that right there. Every time you try and set the flag up to face the sun, they always spin around or something. We have his little lights. So now we're gonna retrieve our science, and we'll use a jetpack for that because jumping is probably gonna cause some issues. So we're going to collect the data from the materials bay, and well, let me collect it from here, or am I too far away? I'm too far away. So I'll climb the ladder. Oh wow. Oh, 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 oh. Nope, don't fall, don't fall. So we'll collect the data from that canister, and from that canister. And we'll take it from the thermometer. And I think we've collected everything that we could probably get. Oh, what are you doing, Bill? He's a stunt Kerbonaut. He didn't quite stick the landing though. So let's try and get back into the spacecraft. And look at all that extra science we got in there. We got this thing packed full of science. All right. So we're gonna shut off our lights. And we're gonna EVA and we're gonna shoot over to this hill. I think that's the closest place. Yeah. So let's test your flying skills here, Bill. Let me zoom out and just make sure that that's the closest we can get. Boy, that's a large terrain scatter rock, isn't it? So we'll turn on our rocket pack and go for a flight. See if I can slow down, because I don't want to fly over the mountain. It's quite the mountain. And we can see the moon and Kerbin. Easy now, Bill. Careful. There we go. Quite a steep hill. So we can take a surface sample from Minimus slopes. And we'll keep that data. And we'll do an EVA report. And keep that data. And plant another flag. Backwards. And we'll simply call this Bill's slope. Okay, so we have some science from the slope. There's Bill's lake, almost a kilometer away. So we'll put our rocket pack back on, lift off, and fly back to the spacecraft. And we'll see if we can take off from Bill's lake and land on another area of Minmus to gain even more science. Put on the brakes, Bill. There you go. See if I can get to the capsule without hitting the ground. No, 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 no. Back, back. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. And I keep hitting the wrong button. So this low gravity makes this pretty neat. Whoops. And got it. Yeah. So we'll board. We've gotten all that information. There's Bill's slope. So let's look at our map. We're on this slope here and we landed on the lake. So let's shoot for where are we? I need to head a little southwest and see if we can land right on top of this big mountain here. So southwest is going to be right there. So we'll bring in our solar panels and we'll take off a little bit. And we want to go, yeah, that was the right way, I think. Yes. Oh, too fast, way too fast. Oh wow, look at that. I can fix that, but it's not very fuel efficient. Boy, I'm just gonna have a whole lot of problems when they figure out money on this, because I'm spending like a billionaire, trillionaire, like a large successful country, willy-nilly there. So we're headed in the right direction. We can just speed this up just a little bit. I'm glad we didn't hit the mountain, and we're leaving behind our 2 flags. And we're going to land way up top there. So let's make sure that we're going to land on this. There we go. We're heading almost straight down on this big mountain here. So we'll speed this up a bit. Not too fast now. See if we're not close, so I can speed up while I'm in the cockpit. And when that needle starts to move, I'll know I'm getting pretty close. I always hit the wrong button. I keep doing that. That looks like I'm getting pretty close already, doesn't it? Oh yeah. So powered descent. I don't see my shadow. There it is. Oh, slow it down. There we go. Oh, we're drifting. Drifting quite a bit. I had it on orbit, and it looked like I was coming straight down, but I was not. Where did my shadow go? There it is. And hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it together. Turn off the SAS to make sure that I'm stable and turn it back on to restabilize. And we've landed. So we'll get Bill out. I hope they fixed that door glitch, because I didn't have issues with that before. But it's caused a few issues. In this version. Alright, Bill. You're doing a great job. So now we'll do an EVA report. We're on the slopes. Well, that's no good. I have information from the slopes, so this won't help at all. Here. I was sure that this would be something different. We were way over there on the slopes. So maybe over here. So let's try again. And see if we can extend that a little bit. Right there. So when we land there, we'll see if we can be in another biome and hopefully gain more science from that biome. Had some fun on Minmus, and I think it's time to end the episode here. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you over in our new biome, hopefully. Bye.